Well, Stephen mentioned England and their chances there. We haven't spoken about them that much yet on this pod. Is the psychological preparation almost as important as the physical preparation for them in terms of World Cup disappointment, everything going on with Saracens?
Oh, my 3 pence worth, I would say.
3 pence?
Yeah, 3 pence.
Okay.
Yeah, there could be 3 points then. Sorry, 3 points, 3 pence, who knows. England are always going to be good. Look at the quality of players they've got. I think Eddie Jones is just an interesting cat, isn't he? You just don't know what you're going to get. This is the thing. Now,
Going to be the best team in the world ever, mate.
it's just bizarre. You just, and you can say that about a few of the teams, but England are a very, very, very good, second best team in the world. You know, arguably different tactics. Well, no, they wouldn't. South Africa smashed them.
Yeah.
Look at that performance against New Zealand. We spoke about it then, and we said we've never seen a better performance from a team in the modern era. Let's not forget that that's what we said. They blew that team off the park. It was ridiculous. They've got so many good players, but there are different parts to this England squad now where there could be issues. The Saracens thing being a large part of that.
Cleared the air, mate. They've all cleared the air.
Yeah, of course they have. But the fact that they're talking about it in order to clear the air says that there's something there that needed clearing, and there obviously is. Spoke about it last week. You mentioned it. The fact that they've not gone for a generic number 8. Is Ford going to play 10? This is the question that's going to revolve around again. Their scrum. What kind of scrum are they going to pick? Are they going to go with Joe Marler at loosehead for the scrum? Because off the back of Maka Vunipola getting yanked off against South Africa, where does that leave him in the squad?
Well, that's the interesting thing, because you go back to what happened after the World Cup. Eddie Jones has come out and said he should have dropped George Ford, he should have dropped Mako Vunipola.
Was that in his book or not? Or did he say that publicly?
Well, either way, it's out in the public domain.
It was an excerpt from his book.
My word. Anyway.
So now they're in Portugal, and the rhetoric is, we've got to sit down and talk about, clear the air about the salary cap. How about Eddie's got to speak to those boys and go, okay, I said I should have dropped you. And they're not going to say anything because it's Eddie, and Eddie actually, I think, likes that sort of challenge to players. But if you said he should have dropped George Ford for the final,
how's he going to pick him?
how are you picking him against France away in the first game?
He's not though, is he? Do you think he is or not?
I don't know. We're sat here on a Monday, and they won't announce the team till Thursday. So who
do you think? What do you think the big calls will be?
The fact is, because Slade's injured, it might mean that Ford plays. So for me, obviously, Manu plays in the centre. Manu's been injured for a couple of weeks.
Is he good to go?
That's the thing. So it looks like you're going to have to go Ford and Farrell, whether you would or not, off the back of what you said at after the World Cup final, because then you've only got to fill one centre slot. And then if Manu is fit, which we're presuming he is because he's in the squad, Devoto's played really well. Jonathan Joseph's played really well.
Cowan Dickey's been flying for Exeter.
Is he a centre?
Yeah, no, I'm just adding my. I told you I've got 3 pence. I've added 2. I've added 2 now. That came to mind.
So yeah, it's I'd like to see Farrell at 10, Manu and Jonathan Joseph in the centres.
I think that's what you'll say. But
I like Devoto's played really well. I think he deserves a shot at some point. Maybe not France away first game. But then again, the interesting thing for Eddie, he's brought Matt Proudfoot in, who
is a proud man.
Yes, he is, Jim. Well done. And he's the architect of what happened and how England got absolutely obliterated at scrum time. So you hope there's a massive impact. And the toughest test at scrum time is going to be France away, probably, isn't it? If we're being honest.
I don't know. Slimany's not in the squad, and he's France's best scrummager.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see England's selection. I think it's like Gatland said last year. You go to France, win round 1. There's a Grand Slam on the line, isn't there? And I think that is very similar for England. France away is a litmus test in terms of where we're at, where they're at. There's a lot of positivity around the French because of Sean Edwards, because of picking the youth that have won 2 under-20s World Cups. And, France, I've got no doubt, will be much, much better for having Sean Edwards within their coaching team. Fabien Galtier, the head coach, who Jim thinks is an absolute cowboy. Don't you, Jim?
Yeah.
That might sway it back the other way. But Six Nations after... I think I found out a stat today that there's been... After most World Cups, there's been a Grand Slam winner. So you go back to 2016, who won the Grand Slam?
England.
We did. 2012, after the 2011 World Cup, who won the Grand Slam?
Wales.
They did.
God, I'm good. That was a complete guess.
2008,
Oh,
after
here we
the
go.
2007
Ireland.
World Cup, who won the Grand Slam?
Ireland.
Wales.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So there could be a Grand Slam. That's what we're saying. You know, it's England, if they get off to a good start, you know, we've got a tough game, France away, then guaranteed victory up in Murrayfield, and then the big two at home, Ireland and Wales. So it's an intriguing Six Nations because of all the other factors, new coaches, a new World Cup cycle. And Eddie Jones, let's just be honest about it, Eddie Jones has got a 2-year deal. So he's going to be results driven. He's not going to be thinking 4-year process necessarily. I think he's going to be results driven. If he gets a Grand Slam or if he wins this championship, he'll be saying, you've got to extend me now to the World Cup. I've said it openly, England had the opportunity of post-World Cup final, extending his deal for the 4 years or not, or sacking him, and they've just stayed in the middle with his 2-year deal that he's got left. And we shall see what transpires around Eddie Jones and the circus that follows him sometimes.